Peace, peace, y'all. Shalom. In the name of Yeshua the Messiah. What a day it has been. What a day. Man, what a day. Shout out to me, who says Elon has inspired me to buy a diesel gas guzzler. Shout out to James McCullen. What is going on? What's going on, Monty Crypto? Happy dump day. Shout out to Memory Man. If he ever letter C's Elon, he's going to jail. Amen, Michael Griffiths. Any day above ground is a good day the Lord God has given us. Shout out to 209 Rose. All right, guys. Well, we find ourselves in the midst of an interesting situation here. An interesting situation. We just experienced quite a dump here. Quite a dump. And I have to be honest with you guys. I took kind of a big hit on this one. I go to my ETH chart here. I was long on ETH. I was long on my ETH trade. I added to my position here, and I added to my position here. And at first, it was going pretty good. And then kablamo. And I ended up, guys, losing a big chunk of the Ethereum that I made this week. Losing a chunk of that, which was not the best feeling in the world. I am currently closed out of my Ethereum positions. As far as my Bitcoin positions go, I am in a short of 604% from about 59K. I've kept this thing open from about up here. And then I am long on Bitcoin as well from right here at 48.6. And the reason I am long, actually, believe it or not, I was away at a church service, actually a Rosh Chodesh service tonight. It is a new moon. And I had my buy order set. I had my buy order set down here and my buy order set down here, and I set them in a way so that my leverage would be acting as my stop loss so that I wouldn't enter into a long position, end up losing a lot of money. These were higher leverage trades with a smaller amount of capital so that I could avoid losing a lot of money. And it just so happens that you can see here when this buy order got triggered, it didn't liquidate me, and I'm still in the trade. I was probably in the red for quite some time here, and then I came back up. What? Yeah, I know. What am I going to do?
They can't see your screen.
They can't see my screen? Guys, can you see my screen? Nope, no one can see my screen. Hey, it's a good thing that Big Butts 28 is here to help me. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Shout out to Joseph Hammer with the super chat. All right, guys. Let me start over. First of all, my Ethereum, I lost a lot on Ethereum. I was long on Ethereum for a very long time. I was making gains, taking profit along the way up. And then when we got the dump today, I added a little bit to my position here. I added a little bit to my position here. And at first it was doing really well, as you can see. And then we got the massive dump. I exited out of the trade because I honestly didn't want to lose everything. So I took kind of a big hit on this. For my Bitcoin trades, I'm currently right now, these are the only two trades I'm in. I am long on Bitcoin right here. Long from this weekly low, this weekly level right here, about 48.6, 48.7, right in this area was where I set my buy order. And then I'm still short. I'm still short from about 59K right in here. Now, like I was saying, this buy order, this long that I'm in right now, actually got triggered for me. It was an order I had in Bybit. I was out at a church service, and this got triggered. And I actually had two buy orders. I had one here, and I had one here. And these were the places that I was looking for. If we go to the Discord here, and we check out the Bitcoin trade setups, these were the two levels that I was looking to long from. Because if you guys remember, I entered long. I tried to long the support right here, this daily support at 54K. That ended up getting stopped out. And then I had these two other buy orders down here. And these buy orders, guys, like I said, I set them up so that instead of, because you can't put a stop loss if you're doing a conditional order. What you have to do is you have to make your leverage high enough that your liquidation price will be where your stop loss should be. And so, as you can see, I'm currently in the long from down in this area, and I have not been liquidated, and it's currently up about 28%. It's going down a little bit. I'm honestly, guys, a little bit uncertain about what is going to happen in the markets right now. I'm a little bit uncertain. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more downward movement, but it's important to remember a few things. Number one, if the price is consistently going down, there's no need for us to worry about it. There's no need for us to get all wrapped up in a tizzy about it, because as traders, we can make money on the way up and on the way down. It's important that we just switch our mindset from looking for longs to looking for shorts. Now, this is a very massive dump. Pretty similar, I should say, to this dump that we experienced back here in the middle of April, where we have this massive candle coming down. Then we get a little bounce, consolidation, then we come down even more. And the reason I say that is because look at how far below we have come below these moving averages right here. This is the 4-hour time frame. We've come below the 21 and the 55 moving averages, pretty far below them. And obviously we found we got to bounce right on this level of support here. But from now on, you know, what I think we should do is, obviously, since we broke out of the range that we had been trading in for so long, now we need to switch our focus to be looking for trade entries at different levels than what we were trading at. And regardless of what happens, whether the price continues to go up or the price goes down, we'll still be able to enter some really good trades. And, you know, if you took a hit like I did, we will be able to make that back. We will be able to make that back. Losses are part of the game. Let's go to the daily time frame. Just take a look at this here. So on the daily time frame, we are very far below our moving averages here. Extremely far below our moving averages. In fact, wow, we came down about 17% below the 55 EMA. Did we do that in this bull run yet? I don't think we've done that in this bull run yet. No, definitely not, guys. Definitely not. So this is quite significant. If we go to the weekly, we can see that we bounced perfectly off the 21 EMA on the weekly. Now, this is very significant, guys. This is very significant. Historically, during the bull markets, the 21 EMA acts as our last buffer for continuation. Okay, what I mean by that is usually in the past few bull markets, there have been a number of times where the Bitcoin price would come down and bounce off the 21 EMA on the weekly time frame, and that would give us the continuation of the bull cycle, of the bull market. Now, if we lose this 21 EMA on the weekly time frame, then I would actually start to consider the fact that, yes, the bull market is over, guys. If we close a weekly candle below the 21 EMA, I would really say there's a good chance it's over. I mean, there's a lot of bearish signs, right, that we've been seeing for a long time. One example is the monthly. We've got the red dot on the monthly. If we go to Binance.com, okay, and we go to BTC USDT, what is this? This is BNB. I'm sorry. I said, isn't that funny? I said if we go to Binance, I want to look at Bitcoin on Binance, not Binance Coin. BTC USDT. We can see that, you know, at the end of the... Oh, wait a second. Could have sworn that... oh, you know what we have to go to? I'm sorry, guys. We have to go to BLX. The end of the bull market, January 2018, we printed this red dot on the monthly time frame. And now, just last month, we printed the red dot on the monthly time frame. Let us see what happens. Now, last time we got the purple candle, then we got a bounce, started to come back up, and then it was just all down from there. Let's see what happens if we go to the weekly time frame. Okay. You know, this is actually quite interesting because on the BLX we have not actually touched that 21 EMA, and the reason for that is because there's more data. There's more data here to take into account. But if we go back to the bull market of 2018, we can see that once we came down and closed the weekly candle below the 21 EMA, that was the end of the bull market. But before that, we actually were able to bounce off that 21 EMA a number of times, right? During the bull run. It happened once, twice, 3 times a lady, right? Sorry, guys. I don't mean to... Usually I make people pay to hear me sing, so you guys are in luck. It actually happened more than that. It happened 1, 2, 3, 4 times, I think. I mean, you might even say it happened 5 times. If we consider 2016 part of that bull run. It has not happened yet during this bull run. And so this to me is one of the last buffers here. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not the be-all, end-all. It's not the be-all, end-all. In fact, we could very well come down to, you know, 35K. We could come down to 35K and still remain bullish. We absolutely could. We absolutely could. But for right now, this 21 EMA on the weekly time frame is a major checkpoint. A major checkpoint. So in the meantime, what we should do is we should mark out some levels and look at places where we should look to enter Bitcoin trades. Obviously, right now, 2 of the levels that I'm really keeping my eye on are this weekly support and resistance level at 48.6, and then this daily level up here at 51.6. And if we turn on our volume indicator, VPVR, let's mark out some high volume areas. Well, I would say that right around here. Well, actually, let's just mark out some weekly support and resistance levels. So I would say that we have one right around here. This would be a weekly level. And where else? Potentially right here too. Then just look at higher volume areas to see where, you know, right around here we've got a high volume area, about 34.5, 34.6. This is a high volume area. Now, keep in mind also, guys, this is the weekly time frame now. Let's go to the daily time frame and just mark out some other levels here. We obviously have this level at about 40,000, but then I would say that right here, where we came down to the low of right here is also a level right around 43. If we take out our fib retracement tool from the swing low to the all-time high, that's actually quite interesting. Quite interesting. I'm just kind of looking at fib levels from the entire run up from the time that we broke 20K. From the time that we broke 20K until the all-time high, just to see where some of the fib levels are at. So the 0.5 is right around 42K. The golden pocket is right around 35K. So honestly, guys, that's why I say that we can come all the way down to this golden pocket and technically still remain in the bull trend, right? Because if we're looking at, this is pretty sloppy. Let me remove all these drawings. But if we're looking at this as, whoa, now it's back here. Let me remove all these things here for us just temporarily. If we're looking at this entire thing as one move from the time we broke 20K to the all-time high, okay, then you know, it's not that crazy to think that we would get a retracement down potentially to 35K before coming back up, okay, or getting even a retracement down right here to around 42K before coming back up, because this is the 0.5. Or look at this. We also got a bounce perfectly just today off the 382. We actually got, you could say, a double bottom off the 382. And a lot of times in an uptrend, this is how it would work with Fibonacci retracement levels. Either we're going to get the bounce off the 382 and continue upward. If we lose the 382, there's a very good chance we'll come down to the 618. And if we lose the 618, guys, then there's a very good chance that the uptrend is over. So for right now, the levels that I'm really looking at is number one, the 21 EMA on the weekly time frame. Number two, keep our eyes on this 382 level, okay, 47,459. Keep your eye on this level. If we lose this, then you know, we'll probably come down to test these two fib levels. If we lose the 618, right, if we come below the golden pocket, then I would say that the uptrend is over, because most of the time, in any kind of retracement, and the larger the time frame, the more significant, if we lose that 618, if we lose that golden pocket, okay, this right here is called the golden pocket, the 618, between the 618 and the 0.65. It's called something different if it's between the 618 and the 66. That's called something different. Many of you know what it's called. But this is the golden pocket here, and you know, if the price comes down below here, there's a good chance, guys, that it is the end. So if that is the case, then you know, we need to prepare. But there's still a lot of hope, I think, that we will continue, that we will absolutely continue. But this is where we're at, and as far as trades go, nothing really changes, because we just have to draw our levels and long the supports, short the resistances on the daily time frame, guys. As long as we are below these two EMAs, okay, we are bearish, right? We need to think bearishly on the 4-hour time frame also. If we see that the 21 EMA is below the 55 EMA, then we need to prioritize the shorts. We need to prioritize the shorts. For right now, if we see the 4-hour candle come up to the 21 EMA, look for a rejection, right? It's not until we come above that we look for a bounce. But as long as we're below it, we look for a rejection. What we really want to see, you know, is we want to see the candles come back up above the moving averages. We want to see the 21 EMA crossing above the 55 EMA, because we know that will give us some more upward momentum. On the 4-hour, things are looking like we're we're really looking like we're coming down. On the daily time frame, things are really looking like we're coming down. On the 2-day time frame, things are really looking like we're coming down. We did see yesterday on Market Cipher A the blood diamond on the 2-day. Okay, the blood diamond on the 2-day. This was something that was pointed out to me. Somebody pointed this out to me in the Discord, and you know, the last time we saw that, we had some pretty significant downward movement there. This is the 2-day time frame here. Let's see if we can close a 2-day candle above the 55 EMA. I think that would be a very bullish sign. On the 3-day, I mean, this is looking pretty bearish, right? We have this clear direction. We have this clear bearish divergence that's been playing out. We've been watching it happen for a long time, where the momentum is getting lower and really dropped off here. And meanwhile, the price is still printing higher highs. So let us see what happens. Let us see what happens. The good news is that, you know, this is presenting us with good opportunities to get into trades. Good opportunities to get into trades. We know that if we want to see higher prices, that, you know, whales need to accumulate at lower prices. And so now we can go back and revisit those areas of support and resistance that we were trading on back in January, back in February even, you know, back in January. These levels down here, potentially, you know, the 38 level, the 40 level, the 43 level, and look for really nice long positions there. Or potentially this is the bottom of the correction, and we will come up from this level. And who knows? Let's take a look at Ethereum real quick. Ethereum, you know what's a shame about Ethereum, guys, is the fact that I did have some buy orders set up for Ethereum that did not get triggered. One of them was right here at this daily level at 3,482. That would have been a really nice long to enter, a retest of this fib level right here. And honestly, the best entry for Ethereum that I could possibly think of is right down here at 2,285 thereabouts, because this is actually a super level of support. It's a high volume node. It's a weekly support. It's a 618 retracement, and it's the breakout of this trend line. You know, keep your eyes out, guys, because if we do continue downward, and if this is not the bottom, these would be some great places to look for, you know, an Ethereum long, assuming that the uptrend continues. That's the thing right now. Is the uptrend going to continue? That's the big question. That is the big question. If it does, we have some really good opportunities to long. If it does not, we will have some really good opportunities to short. If we just go back to the old bull market of 2018, I mean, we could see that on the way down, there were so many really great opportunities to take shorts. We had the massive dump. It's not like we come straight down. We come back up, and then we come down. We come back up, we come back down. This is the daily time frame, but really, you could look at the daily time frame, and you know, every time we fall below the 21 EMA, that's a great time to just enter swing short. Every time we fall below the 21 EMA, great time to enter swing short on the daily time frame. So right now, we fall below the 21 EMA. You know, it's a good time to be short, I guess. We shall see what happens. Let me pop into the chat and see how you guys are doing in here. What's going on, everybody? Somebody says ETH is still strong. Memory Man, ETH broke my heart today. Memory Man, ETH broke my heart too. You know, I spent the past 2 weeks accumulating massive amounts of Ethereum, and I lost a big chunk of that today. So, you know, it is what it is. Sorry, Craig. Sorry, Craig, that I'm drinking on the stream. I'm so sorry, guys. It's been a long day for me. I need some water. I'll try not to do that anymore. Andrew Herrera, I did not get liquidated, but I closed out my long because I just couldn't bear to take any more losses. After today, would I trade Bitcoin for ETH? I've actually been moving a lot of my BTC into ETH, and I've just been kind of holding it there. Sorry, storm chasing video, that you haven't finished the course before Elon dumps. Yeah, so let's talk about this whole Elon thing. What happened with Elon? Because I haven't been paying attention. I have not been paying attention, guys. I honestly just look at the charts. I don't pay attention to the news. I know that the stock market dumped today. The S&P dropped, right? The NASDAQ dropped. All these things dropped. What did Elon do? He tweeted. Elon tweeted something, huh? Let's check it out. Let's check out Elon's tweet. Alexandros, my favorite Greek person, in the chat. How does this dump affect the overall market trend? Well, it could have one of two effects, man. It could either give us really good opportunities to long, or it could give us really good opportunities to short. Like I was just saying at the beginning of the stream, we bounced off the 21 EMA on the weekly time frame, right here. Yeah, we bounced off the 21 EMA on the weekly time frame, and historically, this 21 EMA is our last leg to stand on, as far as the bull market goes. But I was also saying, you know, that based on some Fibonacci polls that we can do, like from the time that we first broke 20K. Back in December, we pull it from the swing low to the swing high of the entire move. We're currently bouncing off the 382, and really, when we're in an uptrend, and then we get a retracement, looking at this entire thing as one leg of the move up, then we will usually either bounce off the 382 if we lose the 382 to 0.5, if we lose the 0.5 to 618. These are the three main places to look for a dump. There's a lot of confluence at the 0.5, guys. But if we lose the 618 and Bitcoin comes below that $35,000 level, then in my mind, then for sure that the bull market is over. However, until we get down there, that could really be a massive place to find a really good long from, because there's a lot of confluence here. If we turn on our volume indicator, you know, as well, we can see that right in the golden pocket, well, right below the golden pocket, right around that 35K level, there's a lot of volume there. There's a lot of volume there. And potentially that could be our correction. We could have, you know, I would prefer to see us come down to the 43 level. I would prefer to see this. We came down and we have an ABC correction, because a lot of people have been doing the Elliott wave on the way up, and you can clearly see, you know, the 5 waves, and then we would get our ABC on the way down. But the overall market trend, Bitcoin controls the overall market. I mean, if Bitcoin goes down, it is taking everything down with it, for sure. And I don't know if this is the bottom. I don't know if this is the bottom or not. Like if we go to the 4-hour here, it's hard to say. Money flow has been coming down consistently, and even though we got a pretty nice bounce here, it seems like we're starting to peter out a little bit. You know, money flow is in the red on the daily time frame, guys. Money flow is in the red on the daily time frame. This has not happened since July. This has not happened since July. So that is significant. So, you know, what we should be looking for now is, you know, for money flow to cross back into the blue, or I should say the green on the daily time frame. But either way, my short is up 600%. My long is up 30%. And you know, I with this long, I'm going to be playing it carefully. I'm going to be playing it careful because you know, I do think potentially we could come lower. We could come lower. This looks pretty nice though. This bounce does look pretty nice, but the fact that we're just seeing this, you know, does make me a little bit concerned there. Even on the 2-day, I mean, on the 2-day, it looks like we're about to get a money flow cross under the zero line, and that has not happened on the 2-day since September 2019. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Right now, the fact that we are bouncing off this 382, it does give me some hope that this could be the bottom. But there's a lot of confluence here at the 0.5, and there's a lot of confluence here at the 618, also. And here's the thing, guys: if we do lose the 382, look at how little support there is in between the 382 and the golden pocket. There's not a lot of price action. We pretty much shot straight through from this from the golden ratio right here. We shot straight through up to the all-time high. So if we lose this 382, it's very likely that we will come down to test the 618. The only thing that would stop that is people buying up Bitcoin on the cheap, which could totally happen too. So let me turn back on. Let's turn back on our levels real quick, and then I'll go back into the chit chat. Yeah, I think this is all the levels that I really want to have on. And we'll go back to the daily, and we'll zoom out here. So these are the significant levels that I've been using to trade. That's actually how I entered into the long from this weekly support right here. I had the buy order set in Bybit. I had my leverage set up to act as my stop loss if we came below a certain point. And I just missed getting liquidated. I literally just missed getting liquidated because obviously the order got triggered right here, and then, you know, we came down. So I just missed getting liquidated on that, and so I'm still in the long. It got triggered while I was at church, believe it or not. It was a new moon service. Hang on, I have to take a drink, and I don't want to offend, what was his name, Caleb or something? Craig, for your sake, bro, give me 1 second. That was still kind of loud. I'm sorry, Craig. Please forgive me, brother. Please forgive me. I don't mean to offend you. But if we zoom out now and we take a look at some other, just drawing levels of support and resistance by hand, and obviously we have this $40,000 level, which was the all-time high, you know, back up for our December run. And the reason I would call this a significant level of support and resistance is because we can see that the price was respected at this level. Not only did we come up here and then wick back down, but then it was our resistance again. So it was resistance on January the 7th, and then it was resistance again a month later on February 6th. So I would consider that a significant daily level of support and resistance, as well as this level right here at about 44.7, because we see the price. It acted as support for 3 days in a row. Then it was support again, perfectly down to this line. On our February 23rd dump, it was support. I would consider that a significant level that we should keep our eyes on. And then I would consider this as well a significant level at about 36.5, because We come up, it's acting as support for 3 days in a row, then it gets flipped into resistance, then flipped back into support, resistance. There's a lot of volume trading right here on this orange line. If we turn on our volume indicator here, we can see that there actually is a volume spike right here at this level. And then again, if we turn on our good old friend, the fib, if we just whip out our fib, whip it out in public, we don't care who sees, because they're not making good trades. They don't understand what it's like. They don't understand what it's like. We take our fib from that place where we first got the breakout from 20K, and we pull it up to the swing high. And what do you know? What do you know? That daily level down here at about 36.7 down to the 35.2, right in our golden ratio. This is also a daily level of support and resistance. So these are levels, guys, that I would really be looking for. You can see that they're more like zones, right? They're more like zones. So this zone right here in between 40.5 and 42 would be one area to really look for if we were looking for price to come down, looking for a bounce right around here, I would say. Potentially even a little bit higher, around 43, but this area I'd really keep my eye on, and then this area as well, right around the between 35 and 36.8. I would be looking at these two areas as well to grab a nice long position, because these are areas where price is likely to retrace to. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait until price gets to one of those areas. And if we really want to make sure we're having a good entry, we want to look at Market Cipher to see what Market Cipher is showing us when we get there. So let me quickly just take a look at what happened as we were getting our bounce tonight. Let's take a look at what we were seeing when we were getting this bounce right here, because this is important. This will help us find those golden entries. I'm going to circle this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to maybe like the 6-minute time frame, and let's see if we can see anything significant here. Let's see if we can see anything significant. Do we see anything significant? I honestly don't, really. Let me zoom in to a lower time frame here. Let me zoom in even lower here. Here we go. Here we go. This is what we want to see. This is what we want to see. When we come down to one of these levels, we want to see Market Cipher giving us clear direction upward. We want to see this clear direction upward on the lower time frame. That's because the bounce is happening so quick. We have to go down to the lower time frames, but we want to see that we're getting this clear direction upward. That the money flow is coming, crossing over the zero line, heading in that direction. We want to just see that it's heading in that direction. The fact that we can see that we're printing multiple bottoms here, multiple bottoms, and then we're printing a higher wave and then even a higher wave is showing us, okay, we're coming back up, because I know that this is an area of support that I should be looking for a long off of. This is telling us, yes, we're going to get some kind of bounce here. And we should be looking for that at every single level of support we get to. And honestly, as far as how long to hold these trades, I mean, honestly, it's hard to say. It is hard to say, because we don't know if these bounces are going to actually be bouncy or not. Like right now, does it not look like we might be getting money flow crossing back under, right? If this VWAP doesn't confirm and we come back down, we very well might see price come back down lower here. We might lose this support. So as far as catching the bounces go, I would treat them as scalps until proven otherwise. I would treat them as scalps until proven otherwise. Like right now, I already took some profit out of this long that I'm in, and if we come back down and if we retest this and get another bounce, then I would actually add to the position here. But if we lose that level, then okay, I know we're probably going lower. And contrarily, if we come back up and we reclaim this daily level here, because look what happened, right? We came down, we hit it once, and then we broke below it. So if we come back over it, we hit it once, even maybe hit it twice, and then bounce, that's confirming to us that this previous resistance has now flipped to support. And you could, if you were already long, to me, that's a good place to add to a long position, right? Every time you confirm that a previous resistance is switched to support, that's a great place to add to a long position. And the opposite is true. Every time we come below, like right here, we come below the support like this, we come up and we're unable to hold it, right? Now what's happened is this support has now flipped into the resistance, and then we print the lower low and we come down. That's kind of how I would be looking at this. So let me pop back into the chat, see how everyone's doing. How are you guys doing, by the way? We have 663 people in here. Rich Buddy, thank you for the super chat, my brother. Looking to exit Ethereum at 195 and move it to Bitcoin. See it tonight. Looking to exit Ethereum at 41.95 and moving it to Bitcoin. Why would you want to move it to Bitcoin? Just out of curiosity. I'm just curious. Jack Parr says, I think Ethereum will overtake Bitcoin. It's very possible. If the bull market continues, it is very possible. Ilyan Hussein is doing sad. I'm sorry, brother, but just remember that there will be other trades to make. We can short on the way down. Shout out to Count Zeppelin. Thank you for being here. Ron K says, this bull cycle is most likely over until the next Bitcoin halving. It's possible. It's possible. Oh, okay. Memory Man, he thinks Bitcoin will bleed the least. It's very possible Bitcoin will bleed the least. Who knows? Honestly, who even knows? It is crazy to think that, just over a year ago, Bitcoin was $3,000. $3,000 per coin. And now it's so high. I mean, the fact that we have a $50,000 Bitcoin and we're sad about it is actually phenomenal if you take a step back and just think about it. I mean, I've been holding Bitcoin since 2016, and the fact that I'm upset that it's 50,000 is pretty crazy. Shout out to Chris Kopek, who's feeling good. Cool, man. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear you're feeling good. Sue Nelson. Elon got a bad review from Saturday Night Live and decided to wreck the crypto market by saying he would no longer accept Bitcoin for Tesla cars. Interesting. Alchemist says crypto has gotten canceled. Sorry, folks. I guess we do live in the cancel culture nowadays, and even the word cancel culture is an interesting term. Okay, so Alex Shamanek says, Jason, can you show us how you would trade when you don't know what's about to happen? Yes, I can. I can. You know what's weird about the Elon stuff, though? Let me, guys, FOMO into the like button. If we can get this video up to 3,000 likes, I'm sorry for even saying this. Yeah, I'll give away 0.1 BTC. But maybe by the time we get this video up to 3,000 likes, you guys might want 0.1 something else. Yeah, I don't think that's even possible to get this thing up to 3,000 likes. Come on, that's not even possible. Every time Elon tweets something and it makes the Bitcoin price do something, as Bitcoin's coming down a little bit here, every time Elon tweets and the Bitcoin price does something, it seems that it was already going to do that. But it just is a little bit more exaggerated. I feel like Elon Musk follows the charts very well. Like, let's just take a look historically at Elon Musk and his previous tweets. So Elon Musk tweeted right here. Okay, he tweeted right here on February 8th. And we were already in an uptrend. We were already in a massive uptrend. We were printing a green trigger wave on the 4-hour time frame as money flow was getting extremely thick, extremely thick. And he tweeted something that Tesla is now investing in Bitcoin, and we get this massive pump to the upside. But the charts were already telling us we were going to get a massive pump. Same thing kind of happens here when he just did hashtag Bitcoin. When he did hashtag Bitcoin, we were about to get a money flow crossover on the 4-hour time frame. We had just printed a massive anchor wave and a really nice trigger wave, which triggered this up run here. It's just interesting how Elon Musk always happens to manipulate Bitcoin with his Twitter. And don't take that the wrong way, guys. Get your minds out of the gutter. He always seems to manipulate Bitcoin from Twitter when Bitcoin was about to do something anyway. I mean, if we go to the 2-day time frame, I mean, we can see that momentum has been coming down massively. Do you think Elon Musk has Market Cipher and he's just looking at this? Just looking, watching, waiting? Watching and waiting? Sorry for that loud noise, guys. Yeah, I don't know. It's possible. It is quite possible. Wow. Wow. Everything was dumping today. Everything was dumping today. Yeah, keep your eye on this level too, guys. Like this 4-hour candle, it's very important that if we want to see more upward direction, we need to close the 4-hour candle above this 48.6. And if we lose that, look to these lower levels. Look to these lower levels. Look to them for a nice long position. And honestly, because we're so bearish, I would look to these levels to get a nice little scalp bounce. You know, if we're coming down, you want to catch the bounces similar to this bounce that we got here, where you're not looking to stay in the trade for too long. You're looking to get out while you're in profit, and then prioritize them shorts. If we come back up, like if we lose this level, right, and then we come up and reject, look for the short. Like earlier today, I posted how we came below our daily support. We came up and then rejected it. This is exactly what we want to see. We want to see come down, come up, and then unable to close above that. This is the 4-hour time frame right here. Come down, come up, reject. As soon as we rejected off this daily level, we plummeted down because this was a strong level of support. So likewise, if we come down below this orange line, this yellow line here, and then we cannot come again, that would be a great place to look for another short. If we're shorting on the way down, it's best to short the retest. Don't just short because we're breaking through, because we broke through this support here. You could have shorted that down. You would not have had much time. You always want to wait for and then the retest, like what we got up here, right? We came down. This is actually because right here you don't just want to short because we're breaking below support. We broke below support. We come back up, and then we retest and come down. That's where you want to short. That is where you want to short. Let's go to the 2-hour. Now the 2-hour is actually looking like we're starting to bottom out potentially. But the 2-hour bottoms are not too secure in my mind. The reason being is because a lot of times on 2-hour we'll get something like this. We'll get something like this where we haven't printed a real bottom on the 2-hour. Okay, we haven't printed a real bottom first of all, like these big dots. And so a lot of times we'll get something like this, and we'll get the green dot. It looks like we're coming back up, but then we'll get a red dot right away. And then we'll get a green dot, and it looks like we're coming back up, but then we get a red dot. Okay, so be cautious. Be cautious looking at Market Cipher on these lower time frames. Really, the only time that I would actually be considering entering a trade that's not really a scalp and to hold a little bit longer is if we get the green dot on the 4-hour, because we could just go back in time and see whenever we get that green dot on the 4-hour, it's giving us some kind of move. It's giving us some kind of move, especially if it's below the 60 line. That 4-hour green dot on Market Cipher is that's where the money's at, guys. That's where the money's at. The 4-hour green dot. I don't mean to go all BitBoy on you guys. Okay, but it's totally true. Those green dots on the 4-hour, they're legit. They're totally legit. Those big green dots. You can get some kind of move to the upside. Okay, some nice big move. And no disrespect to BitBoy at all. I love BitBoy. I love his channel. Watch it every day. Watch it every day. Let me get back into the chat here. Yeah, Super Googly in the chat says something about ADA, and Memory Man says ADA don't look so bad. I've heard of Safe Moon, but I don't know much about it. Chris Kopek. Yeah, you're right. Ari Cool, nothing. The lower time frames, you know, we can't necessarily trust those signals. Yes, Ilyan Hussein. I touched on this. We're at the 21 weekly EMA. We bounced off of it, so that is a very significant point. The 21 EMA on the weekly time frame is a very significant point. The fact that we came down and bounced off of this. You know, if we lose the 21 EMA, that could be bad, because that was the end of the last bull market when we lost that 21 EMA on the weekly time frame. But as I was saying, there's still hope for us to maintain in the bull market, because we still have some levels that we can bounce, that we can look to, like for example, the if we pull our fib from the breakout really of 20K to the top, we can see that, you know, right around 35K in this the golden pocket right here, you know, in an uptrend, bouncing off the golden pocket is a normal thing. And if we're just analyzing the weekly time frame as if it were like the 4-hour time frame, we would not consider the uptrend over unless we broke below the golden ratio. And so right now we're bouncing off the 21 MA and the 382 We'll see how that goes. And if we lose that, I would be looking for this next zone right down here around the 0.5 area. Anywhere really between, you know, 42.7, 43K, somewhere in there. And these are just rough, guys. These are rough levels, you know. But these are the zones that I would be looking for the real bounce. For the real bounce. Let me just check on my. Okay, so my my Bitcoin short is up 672%, and my Bitcoin long is up 17%. 666%. What is this? Phew, that was so scary, guys. For a second, I thought something bad was going to happen. Yeah, so as you can see, my long, I already took profit from it when I got home, and it was about 30% in profit. I took a lot of that profit out, guys. Took a lot of that profit out. I'm just taking this as it comes. I am swing long. I'm sorry, I'm swing short and scalp long. Memory Man got an XLM bag. Nice, nice. My thoughts on Ethereum and ADA. Okay, let's talk about Ethereum real quick. Let's talk about Ethereum. Blood Diamond on the 15-minute. Hang on, let's check out this. Here's my chart. Sometimes you just can't find your dang chart. Okay, let's turn on Market Cipher A. I actually don't see the Blood Diamond. But I'll tell you what I do see. I see a sign that we're going to come down more right here. Come down. You know, it looks like a lot more. It looks like a lot more because we have not formed any kind of bullish divergence. We've been printing lower lows on the price and lower lows on the momentum. We're getting a low clipping wave right here showing further downward direct. We could just draw a line straight through Market Cipher B, showing us the downward direction. Okay, money flow is thick in the red. The VWAP is pointing downwards. We do have a regular diamond on the 15-minute. I wouldn't call it a blood diamond. I would call it a regular diamond. Just a regular old diamond, guys. There's nothing bloody about it, okay? And I would really keep my eye and see what is going to happen right here. What is going to happen right here? Are we going to get a bounce off of this line and continue up? Or are we going to fall through here and come down to test some of these lower levels? I could see both scenarios playing out. Which brings me to a question that somebody asked me in the chat, which is, how do I trade when I don't know what's going to happen? Well, first of all, the first thing I always do is I mark out my levels of support and resistance. That's the most important thing, marking out my levels of support and resistance. Now, earlier today, I entered 3 longs today, okay? I entered 1 long right here. Was this today? No, that was not today. I entered 1 long right here, okay? The reason I entered long here was because we came down and touched the support. And I said, okay, we touched the support. Let me enter long. We entered long. Guess what? Stopped out of the trade. Come down to this support. I say, okay, we're out of support. Let me enter long. Enter long. Guess what? Stopped out of the trade. Come down here. Okay. Entered long. Well, I'm still in the trade. I took profits. And actually, guys, there was an opportunity for me to take profits out of this trade as well, because if we go into the trading Discord, where I post my potential Bitcoin trade entries, which are not financial advice, by the way, I was actually in profit for that trade. Where was it? Right here. Yep, right here. It's risky, but we touched the support. Okay, we touched the support. Risky. You know, there was an opportunity here to make some profit on this. There was an opportunity to make some profit on this trade. We got the nice bounce off the support. We come up a little bit, more than 1%. If you're scalping that with 5x, 10x leverage, that's a nice move right there. But you know, I decided I was going to stay in the trade, hoping to ride it a little longer, and I ended up getting stopped out of the trade. And my short at the time was only 300%. Now my short is a whopping massive 666%. Oh my goodness. Man, what's up with the 666? You know, as a Bible thumping, powerlifting, Bitcoin hodling, Market Cipher shilling, tractor riding, Bitcoin trading, Bible thumper. I don't like when my trades are up 666%, you know? I'd rather them be 777%. But so if I don't know what's going to happen, the best thing to do is to find those levels of support or resistance and just short and long those, and make sure that you have a good risk management system in place, right? Always put your stop loss below the last swing low. And take profit when you're in profit. Take profit whilst thou art in profit. Okay? If we want to go full King James Bible, while thou art still thine in thy profit, take it when you're in profit. And also what I like to do is here's the thing. I can enter a trade. So a lot of times trades are just going to get stopped out. And if you're using a good risk management strategy, you have to account for that. You can't risk more than you're willing to lose. You can't risk more than 1 to 5% of your whole trading account. I'm already short from here, okay? And I've taken that thing all the way down to here and back, right? I'm able to risk a little bit more because I can enter long here and say, if I get stopped out, it'll set me back a little bit, but my short will make up for it. And if I get stopped out here, it'll set me back a little bit, but my short will make up for it. And now, you know, this trade, I've already entered it, taken profits out. And so it's, even though I'm uncertain, I'm still able to navigate this based on the levels. And the way I was able to enter into that short was simply just, we came up to a resistance, we came down, we retested it, and we dropped down. And actually, believe it or not, while I was shorting, I longed this. And while I was shorting again, I longed this. And I actually have it documented right here. In this trading Discord. Yes, so this was the short right here from 59K, and then this was the long as we're coming down from 59K, and we got that bounce. I longed that while I was shorting. You know, that was a pretty good scalp long. And then that came all the way up to here. And then while I was still shorting, I longed this. When we came down to this daily level of 54K, we got the bounce. I figured why not long that too. And it turned out to do pretty well. It actually turned out to do pretty well. We hit we came up pretty high on that trade, right? We came up pretty high from the 54K level. We came up all the way to like 57. So that's kind of how I roll when I'm uncertain. I just look for those key levels and look at Market Cipher for confluence. Take profit while I'm in profit. Let trades ride while they can still ride, and it tends to work out pretty well. And if you want to learn this stuff, guys, check out JasonCasperTrading.com. JasonCasperTrading.com. This is my trading course. We go over everything you need to know to become a confident, profitable trader. It's a comprehensive trading course that basically teaches you all this stuff that I do here, how to use Market Cipher, how to create your own strategy so that you can feel confident. You don't have to worry about what I'm doing or what anybody else is doing. It'll teach you how to set your levels, how to use Fibonacci, how to use moving averages, how to use volume to set your levels, how to use Market Cipher. Go through 3 sessions on Market Cipher. Really dissect the thing down. And then creating and testing a strategy to create your own strategy. And also I give you 3 strategies that I use and other people use already so that, you know, right out the gate, you can have some success with this. We go over risk management, philosophy, psychology, biology, geology, geography, astronomy, astrology, lots of other ologies, guys. Theology, a little theology in there too. You know, as a Bible thumper, you got to drop the theological tidbits in there, right? So check it out, JasonCasperTrading.com. I do have a 10% discount, which I could drop in the chat too. Let me drop that in the chat. 10% discount. It's good until the 30th of May. But anyway, guys, let's see who else is here in the chat. Yeah, Ed Reed, the title picture. Yeah. I lost a big chunk of all the Ethereum gain. I made so much Ethereum this past week. I got a little greedy. I was adding to my long at areas which I thought were a good place, and then I lost a big chunk because I took a lot of the profits I took out and put it back into the trade, and lost a big chunk. Where's Ron? Ron K says, can't smarten up a chump. And B Griffin says, and please, Ron, enlighten the chat with your picks. Yeah, Ron, if you have some good investments, bro. If you are a financial advisor offering financial advice, then by all means hit me up, because I am not a financial advisor. I do not give financial advice. Shout out to Jake Butcher. Robert Harrell says, Jesus wants me to get Zilliqa. I do have some Zilliqa. Ron K, the house financial advisor. Everybody, Ron K is a financial advisor, and he says Bitcoin, Litecoin, XMR, Zcash, and Dash. Those are his picks. Those are Ron K's picks. Shout out to Ron K, financial advisor in the house. Shout out to Amber. No one cares about Bitcoin anymore. This is the time to take profits, not invest, says Jay. You know, that could be very true, Jay. That could be very true. Hey, shout out to White Phoenix, Brandy May. What's up, White Phoenix? Yes, we got that C wave. But White Phoenix, do you think we could come down lower, man? Because you know, I as I'm looking at this, I don't know. I feel like even though we did make a lower low, do you feel like we could come down even lower? You know, what about the 43K level? And also, I was pulling out the fib. From right where we started to get impulsive here, from that top, from that bottom to the top here. And I did it on the weekly time frame, so I think it was a little bit different. But I was noticing that you know, the 0.5 is right around 43K, and then the golden ratio, which is called the golden ratio if you do 618 to 0.65. It's called something else if you do 618 to 0.66. It's called something else. But the thing is, I'm sure a lot of you know all about that. But the thing is, White Phoenix, what do you think? What do you think about hitting some of these zones right here, and still remaining bullish? Because I think it's very possible for us to come down and hit some lower levels. I mean, that 43K was juicy, and this bounce is not very convicting to me. It's not very convicting. We just got a red money flow cross on the daily, so I don't know. I would like this to be it. But you know, then again, we did get the bounce off the 21 EMA on the weekly time frame. So, man, we'll just have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens with the old Bitcoin. Shout out to Brandy May, Mrs. Phoenix. Shout out to Hattrick 197 4Tube. You're the man, bro. Oh man, Jake, I already apologized about having to drink and swallow so loud. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. Shout out to Ron K. His coin's been performing well even since the last bull run. Yeah, White Phoenix. Like I think we're gonna come down lower. Shout out to Mora MK, who says this is the end, guys. Beware, please. And yeah, if this is the end, guys, remember we just we just prioritize them shorts, right? We just prioritize them shorts. Alexander Ivanov, that's an inappropriate comment. I'm gonna have to remove that, man. I'm gonna have to remove that. Shout out to Diego Cardona, who loves when I teach the Bible. I do like to teach the Bible. It's fun. Andy Sen says this proves how Bitcoin is quite reliant on the Muskinator. Yeah, let's show ETH key levels. John Channel, yeah, the course is for beginner trader. Guys, the trading course is Brave to stream in parallel with CryptoFace. Yeah, well, I mean, I know this is gonna be a smaller stream because of it, but you know, I'm here to go over some TA, and yeah, the course is for beginners. Basically, the trading course is this. I've spent many years studying technical analysis, trading, doing this, right? And if I could go back in time, if I was a total beginner, everything in the course is exactly what I would want to know. It will give you an excellent foundation from which you can continually build on. Instead of diving into the world of the internet technical analysis, where you will be dragged to the left, to the right, to the up, to the down, to the north and the south and the east and the west, okay? You'll have a very clear-cut path for yourself to follow. And I feel confident that after taking the course as a complete beginner, you will feel like you understand this. And then you can go to the east and the west and left and the right and the up and the down and learn all your crazy stuff, your crazy theories and these crazy patterns and tools and all this. And you're going to learn all these crazy tools and patterns and stuff. And then eventually you're going to come back to good old support and resistance. Because all along it was your friend. You left her. You left her because you thought that there were more hip chicks out there, more hip chicks. But she was there the whole time. She was the loyal type. She was a homebody type girl. The loyal type. The homemaker type. The barefoot and pregnant type. The type who will never leave you. The type who will cook you a good dinner. That's support and resistance. That is support and resistance. And the course will teach you all about that. All about that. Let's see how many people I lost for saying that. Quite a few. Maybe about 12 people left. Wow, shout out to Super Googly, who says, Super Googly, man, with the super chats. Bro, you must be balling, because every day you send me $78 in the super chat. My take is the bull run is still intact unless Bitcoin closes weekly candle below the 21 EMA. Yeah, I could totally see that. Shout out to my favorite Greek man in the house, Alexandros Vorgos, who gives me a dumbbell. I do like to lift weights. Yeah, for sure. James McMahon II says all the 100K hopes are dead. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it may not be. Like, if this is, like White Phoenix says, if this is the ABC retracement of the Elliott wave count, we could still see a massive move to the upside. After this, we could still see a massive move to the upside. So, my long is up 16%. My short is up 678%. I've actually probably, I don't know if I've ever had a trade go that high in percent, guys. Because, to be honest with you, I shouldn't even say this, but it's obvious. It's obvious. I've been using a little bit higher leverage lately, guys. So, but I've been using it, still maintaining within my risk management system, all right? So I'm not being irresponsible with it, except on MARGEX. On MARGEX, I've literally been gambling on there, and it's been kind of fun. But MARGEX, they encourage you to use high leverage. You can't do anything without them trying to get you to use 60x. In fact, I tried to enter a trade with just normal 5x leverage, but it ended up being 60x. I'm like, what the heck? And so I just figure, since they want me to leverage, I might as well put a little money in here that I don't mind losing if I lose it, and see if I can make some crazy gains. And I ended up doing some cool stuff, some not so cool stuff. But in general, if you're going to use leverage, make sure it fits your risk management strategy. Leverage is a great tool to leverage your capital so that you can take a small amount of money that you're willing to lose, set it up in a way where you have a responsible stop loss and or liquidation price, and then you can leverage that small amount of capital to make more gains in a shorter period of time. But you have to make sure that you're sticking to your risk management strategy. Hope that makes sense. Let's get back to the chit chat here. ETH. Let's talk about ETH. Oh man, NDS has a 50K liquidation on Bitcoin hanging in there. All right, let's look at Ethereum. I'm sorry, guys. Ethereum. Good old Ethereum. Okay, so Ethereum. These are the levels. Let me remove these longs. These are hypothetical trades that I'm hoping actually play out. Okay. The perfect long. And another long. that actually I had a buy order in here on Bybit that didn't get triggered, hence the reason why I'm no longer in an Ethereum trade at all. I was in an Ethereum trade, as many of you know, for the past 2 weeks, and I closed it out today after losing a giant chunk of Ethereum. The reason I lost a giant chunk of Ethereum, my fine fellows and gentle ladies, is because I added to my position. Okay, right here. And then where else did I do it? I think I also did it right here. Yep, I added to my position here. I added to my position here. And we ended up massively dumping. And all the profit that I made on the way up, I was in Ethereum from a very low price. Swing along on this thing for a few weeks. I think I was in it since before we broke above this. I actually forget. It might have. I don't remember. I don't remember because I did it in 2 trades. But I took a big chunk of the profits I made and I put them back in. Well, I put a lot of them in here, which was good. Right in this area, I added profits that I had taken out of Ethereum on the way up back here. Wrote it up here. Took out profits. Put them back in. And I've been taking out profits the whole way up, right? I put them back in here after we got this dump, thinking, all right, cool. And then we got another dump, put more in, thinking, all right, cool, right? Just making smart moves, compounding my trade. And then we had this massive dump, and so all the profits I had taken out, I put back in right before a dump. I lost a massive chunk of my Ethereum. Ouch, man. Ouch. Ethereum. How could you do me dirty like that after all we've been through? After all we've been through? Man. Okay, so for Ethereum, these are the daily levels of support and resistance that I think are notable. Okay, we have the 3482 level. I would be looking for longs at this level. I would be looking for longs at this level. And honestly, guys, the best potential trade setup for Ethereum I could possibly imagine. And I don't know if we're going to get there. We very well might, because it would give us a correction of about 40%, right? 45%. Which is something that is not unheard of in a crazy bull run after a massive pump like this. If we come down and we retest this trend line, which is also a weekly support level, which is also a 618 Fibonacci retracement, which is also a very high volume node, that would make for a very good long position. Now, in the intermediate time, because this is talking more long scale, right? Ethereum is not looking that bad, right? We didn't even retest this daily level of support and resistance. Let me go to another Ethereum chart where I have more of my levels marked out now. Okay, I have more of my levels marked out. On this Ethereum chart, you guys can see that we actually came down and tested perfectly this fib extension level right here. This is a Fibonacci level that was perfectly tested, and we got to bounce perfectly off of it. These are my levels that I'm using for Ethereum in the short term. Okay, the levels I'm using for Ethereum in the short term. You can screenshot these if you want, but these are fib extension levels that, as you can see, have been respected perfectly. This level was resistance and then support, and then this next level was resistance and then support, and then this level here, resistance and then support, and then same deal up here. It was resistance for all this time before we broke through. Then this was resistance. It got flipped into support, flipped into resistance. I got these levels way before price even came up here. I've been using these for a long time to set targets on Ethereum, and I did this by pulling out a fib trend-based extension tool right here, trend-based fib extension, and I'm pretty sure, and I'm not 100% positive here, but I'm pretty sure I pulled it from here to here to here. That can't be right, can it? That can't be right, can it? No. So where did I pull it from? Was it from here to here to here? This looks more like it, guys. This looks more like it. So this was my trend-based fib extension that I pulled out, and I was using it to obtain these targets, okay? And as you can see, you know, these these lines, they've been very much so respected. They've been very much so respected. And my next target was up here at the 45.23 level. I thought we were going to get there. In fact, I'm pretty sure I made a live stream yesterday saying that I do think we're going to get there. We didn't get there, guys. But what we did do is we got to bounce off of this level. Unfortunately, I missed out on that. But I'm out of Ethereum right now. If we're looking on the 4-hour, it looks like we're starting to, the VWAP starting to curve back up. If the VWAP starts to curve back up, we start to print a bottom on the 4-hour for Ethereum. I think that could be very bullish. We need to watch the 1-hour to see what's going to happen. It looks like still we could come down a little bit lower. And the reason I say that is because we haven't printed a real bottom on the 1-hour where we get that big globe dot on the bottom. And the VWAP is now curving back under the 0 line. So it looks like we're going to print another red dot here. We might just keep red and green dotting it down for a while. So keep an eye out on these levels, guys. These are levels to look for bounces from, all right? If you are currently shorting Ethereum, which I'm not, okay, or if you're sitting on the sidelines, look for bounces off these levels. Look at how perfectly we bounced off this level here. That ain't no coinky-dink, okay? We come down to 3207, look for a bounce. We come down to 2926, look for a bounce. You know, if we pull out our regular old fib retracement tool, you can also use that to look for bounces. So, you know, you could say, let's pull from this dump here to the swing high, and you know, we could use these fib levels to give us confidence and say, okay, if we come all the way down to this fib extension here, it's also the 161.8% of the initial move from where we first pulled our fib, right? You could say that there's confluence there. But these are the main levels. These are the main levels. Now, Ethereum is looking much more bullish than Bitcoin, right? Obviously, we need to cool off on the daily time frame. And on the 2-day time frame, obviously, we need to cool off on the 2-day time frame. And on the 3-day time frame, obviously, we need to cool off on the 3-day time frame. The last time we printed a red dot on the 3-day, we had to come down a little bit more. And right now, we're currently printing the red dot on the 3-day, which makes me think we have to come down a little bit more. We printed, you know, the red dot on the 3-day. It usually means we have to come down a little bit more. So I wouldn't be surprised if we still have lower to go with Ethereum as well. We've been well overdue for a correction. We've had massive moves to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-day candles in a row that were blue. And now, you know, that's a lot, guys. That's a lot of 3-day candles. That's a lot of upward price action. We had a move of almost 100%. Almost 100%. And so we need that healthy retracement. Ethereum has not been playing by the rules. Many of you guys know I've been getting my shorts pulled down around my ankles. My shorts and my underwear down around my ankles, and everybody's laughing at my anatomy. They're all laughing at me. I'm on a stage in front of thousands of people, and my shorts and my underwear are down around my ankles, right? My pantalones around my zapatos. Why? Why are my pantalones around my zapatos? Well, I'll tell you why. Because even when Ethereum gives the most bearish signals lately, right? Like, let's see, where was a good example of that massively bearish signal? Right here, on the 4-hour time frame, right? Actually, this is the 6-minute time frame, but you could even see this on all time frames. We're forming massive bearish divergences. We're losing support. Okay, and what happens? What do? Yeah, we get a dump. We get a dump. For like 25 minutes, we dump down to take profit 1, and then we come right back up. Shorts down around the ankles. Shorts down around the ankles. That's just how we roll. And then the Ethereum longs have been killing it. They've been killing it. Even today, you know, right here, this is where I. Well, actually, so yesterday I added to my Ethereum position right here. It did pretty dang well. It did pretty dang well. If I had been treating this like scalp trades, I would have been in a good position. But I was trying to swing this, and then I added more to my position when we came down to this 618 retracement, and then I added more to my position after that. But even after adding to the 618 position, we did get a nice 3% bounce off of that level. I mean, we got a nice bounce off of that level. So even if we're coming down, you can get these nice scalp longs just by looking at these levels and longing them. The last thing I posted is that I just added more to my Ethereum long at 3992. Not financial advice. Yep, not financial advice, guys. I ended up losing a big chunk because of that. So, yep. You can't win them all. You cannot win them all. Shout out to Cyber, who says, no, 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 I made all the right choices. I will win. Coming right into a conversation. Shout out to Cyber for his poetry. Bitcoin is breaking out of a triangle on the 5 minute, says somebody. Yeesh. The corn. Come on, corn. Not looking so great, Bitcoin. Let's go to the 5 minute. I don't know if I see a triangle here, but I do see that we were trading within this trend line, and we broke down below that trend line. Maybe we're trading within this little rising wedge, if that's what you're talking about there. And yeah, we broke down below that. So yeah, I do think we're coming down lower for the Bitcoin. I really do. Make sure you guys are watching the charts. If you can't watch the charts, if you're gonna go to sleep, set your buy orders. Make sure that your leverage is to the point where your liquidation will be the same stop loss that you want. Okay, like you can enter a certain amount of contracts on a trade using a certain amount of leverage, where you're not risking any more. It's the same as if you're using 1x leverage, right? If you do like 2,000 contracts with 1x, it's no different than doing 2,000 contracts with 10x. The only thing that changes is your liquidation price, which will allow you to set a conditional order with a certain amount of contracts, and the liquidation will be what stop loss you want. Like for example, if I want to enter long right here, and let's say I want to enter long with 1x leverage and I only want to risk 1%, okay, then what I have to do is I have to make my leverage, because I can't make a manual stop loss for 1% in Bybit with a conditional order. I have to make my leverage to the point where from my entry, from my conditional order, the stop loss, I will get liquidated at the exact place where I want my stop loss to be. And there's a way to figure that out, guys. Check out Crypto Kite on the YouTubes. He has a free calculator that you can use to figure all this out. If you go to youtube.com and search for Crypto Kite, this guy right here, type in Crypto Kite calculator, and he has a video right here, the best tool for leverage traders, how to use the risk reward calculator. This guy links it right here for free in the thing of this video. Check it out. It will allow you to enter a conditional order and set your liquidation price where you want your stop loss to be, so that you can go to sleep during a dump and you can long these levels, and you can get it. If you get liquidated, it's just as if you entered the trade and got stopped out. It's not a big deal. Of course, I don't always recommend that. It's always better if you can be at the chart to verify that it's a good entry using Market Cipher, but that's not always possible for us humans who need sleep. We need sleep. Yes, we do. We need sleep. Crazy. This is a crazy situation, guys. All right, let me pop back in the chat. see who else is saying stuff in here. Nicholas, I don't know much about Nano, so I can't really comment on it. I apologize. I can't really comment on it, and I do apologize, my brother. Shout out to Miguel Estrada, who's up 11.32% on his short. Shout out to Crypto Diggs. Thank you for buying the course, my brother. May the Lord bless you in the name of Yeshua the Messiah. Muhammad Aziz Farhan bin Noor Akbar says, how long will Bitcoin go down? I just marked out the levels. Go back and rewatch this stream. Shout out to Crypto Yahoo, made 100K. Yeah, Anyo Alejandro Daza Oviedo, I don't usually short at this. I don't usually stream at this hour. How long do I think ETH could go and Bitcoin could go? Okay, guys, let's go over it again. So, for Ethereum, okay, so for Bitcoin, these are the levels here. Okay, the levels that I'm looking at for Bitcoin to come down to are, this is potentially the bottom, potentially. I don't think so. It looks like we're coming down more just by looking at Market Cipher and the way this bounce is behaving. Either we're going to come down and get a bounce off of this, okay? We're going to retest this and continue upward, or we're going to break down. If we break down, then the levels are this. Go to the 4-hour time frame, zoom out, go to the daily time frame. That's what I need, the daily time frame. If we pull our fib retracement tool from the place where we first got impulsive, right, which was right around that 20K breakout, we pull it from there to the high, then some of the areas that I'm really looking at, I know this is sloppy, guys. I know this is sloppy, but some of the areas that I'm really keeping my eye on are this area right here, right around the 0.5 level, kind of close to 43K-ish, right? 42.7, 42.8. It's depending on, you know, what you're looking for. And then this level right here, right around 36.7, but between 35.8 to, you know, 37. I know it's a big range, but that's the golden ratio right here for this whole retracement. This area would be a great buy zone for Bitcoin if the bull market continues. So first we're looking at this area right here, about 42.5 to 43. And then we're looking down here at this area between the 618 and the 65, the golden ratio, which is basically 37 all the way down to, you know, the 35 region. But potentially, guys, we are getting a bounce off the 382 Fibonacci level, which is also a weekly support. So this could be the bottom as well. Those are the three areas that I'm really looking at right now. Those are the three areas that I'm really looking at. And then we have other levels too. Like we could do the 44.7 daily level. We could do the 40.6. We could also hit those levels. We just need to take it level to level and play it as it comes. We need to play it as it comes. It's like being in an improvisation bluegrass band. You just play it as it comes. Just keep on doing those banjo rolls. And I really want to learn the banjo. For Ethereum, these are some levels that I'm really looking at, okay? I would love to see us come down to 34.82. I would love to see us come down to 29.41. Oh, excuse me, guys. I am exhausted. And if we happen to come all the way down to 23.18, or this trend line right here that was our resistance for so long, if we go to the trace day time frame, you know, this was our resistance for, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days. And then it was our resistance again for another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days. So 24 days it was resistance. Then it was support for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days. So if we come back all the way down to this area, we would bounce off of not only the trend line, but we would also get the bounce off the weekly support, high volume node, and probably by that time the 55 EMA as well. So these are areas I'm looking for Ethereum to come down to. I know some of them are pretty low, but it's totally possible. And Ethereum's overdue for a correction. Look at all this price action that happened in the past few weeks with no support below us. No support, no volume, okay? No support, no volume. It sounds like some kind of thing that protesters would chant in the street. No support, no volume. No support, no volume. Right? They want support and they want volume. Okay? They want it. They deserve it. It's a human right. Support and volume. And we could just fall right through these cracks, fall right through these floors. They look like floors from our vantage point because we're looking at it and it's a 2D picture and we're looking straight at it. But if we were looking top down at these support lines, they have massive holes in them, massive holes that are big enough for a candlestick to fall right through. And then also for Ethereum, I have these other levels here. These are Fibonacci targets, which have been very respected. And I wouldn't be surprised if we came down. These are all supports, so we could come. We got a perfect bounce off of this support, literally perfect, as you can see. And then this one here down at 31.92. Basically, the difference between the two charts is one are daily levels I drew by my eye and using volume, and the other is Fibonacci extension levels. And there's confluence between them, right? There's confluence. I could have used the Fib extension level and this daily level and said this would have been a buy zone here. Unfortunately, I did not get long on Ethereum. I did not. I did get long on the Bitcoin. Currently long on the Bitcoin. Currently short on the Bitcoin. Long and short at the same time. That's how I roll. Yes, Memory Man, he gets the idea. No support, no volume. Jay Stuna, I don't know anything about SafeMoon. I don't even want to look at it. I'm sorry, man. Shout out to Joseph Hammer, who said I had my best day trading ever thanks to Jason's course and Market Cipher. Man, I love my course and I love Market Cipher. I do like Market Cipher. And guys, if you want to get Market Cipher, you can get a 5% discount if you click the link in the description of the video. Shout out to Riker, who's just sitting here eating popcorn. I love popcorn. Samir Chaudhry says higher chance of bouncing from here or going lower. Samir, I think honestly that there's a higher chance of going lower. I do think that. Shout out to Alex Review, who just joined. What the F is going on with ETH? Well, I just went over it. Go rewatch the stream. Kakashi, yeah, I guess you're a little late to the party, man, but I can talk to you in the chat. Is Cardano legit? I think Cardano is legit. Shout out to Raymond, who paid off Market Cipher lifetime and also made some. Yeah, Market Cipher really does pay for itself. Timmy Sorson, am I selling any Litecoin? I am not. I am not selling Litecoin. I am not selling any of my crypto right now. I'm not selling any of my crypto. But oh man, Cyrus Crypto. Hit me up in Discord, bro. We can work this thing out. I feel bad about that. Hit me up in Discord. I'm not selling any of my crypto. The way I roll is I take profits out every month, 30%, put it into stablecoin. So you know, I'm just keeping my crypto in crypto. I have already got my stablecoin hedging myself against these losses here. I'm not concerned. I've already got my stablecoin. Haltizi says, just want to say you've completely changed my trading strategy, and I'm even teaching my own close friends via YouTube now. Support and resistance plus Market Cipher is unstoppable. Thank you. Shout out to Halteasy. And yeah, guys, if you want to check out the trading course, go to jasoncaspertrading.com. It's a comprehensive trading course that will give you everything you need to become confident and profitable, to teach you how to create your own strategy that you can use and test. And it works really well, as you can see by the people in the chat who have been taking the course and putting it into action. It works really well. jasoncaspertrading.com. You can read all these testimonials here. Let me again drop a discount link in the chit chat. Drop a discount link in the chit chat. It's good until the 30th of May. Yeah, CryptoFace made $1 million yesterday. Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. And now he's short right now, right? CryptoFace is short right now. In fact, let me check out CryptoFace's video. Oh, it's offline. Dang. 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 I won't even put the A. Ding. Ding. Offline. Is offline one word or two words? Well, I'm sure he did great. I'm sure he made about $300,000. I'm sure he gave us some good trading how-tos. How to trade with Market Cipher. How to trade with Market Cipher. Yes, yes. Okay, Shannon Harris says, hey bro, I've been shorting all day on Bitcoin, but I'm wondering why you're shorting and long at the same time. Well, here's why. I am short and long at the same time. The reason I'm short and long at the same time is because I am swing short and scalp long. Okay, I've been short since 59K, and there's no reason for me to close the short because we're still going down. And until we start putting in higher highs and higher lows, I might as well just stay in that short. I think we might come down lower. But why am I long? I'm long because I had set these levels, these support and resistance levels on the chart, okay? And I told myself, if we come down to one of these levels, I'm going to look to long. And so I did. I did. And now I'm long and short at the same time. I'm long and short at the same time. And, you know, what you can do is you can make more profit, because here's why. Let's say I short from here, and we come down, and then we come up, and then we come down, and then we come up, and then we come down. Well, I could have made on this short 31%. But let's say now I'm long and shorting at the same time. I still would have made that 31% on my short, but I could have taken advantage of these little bounces, and I could have made an additional little 10% here, an additional little 9.99% here. You know what I'm saying? So instead of just making 30%, now I'm making 50%. 50% instead of 30%. That's why I'm short and long at the same time. That's why I'm short and long at the same time. And if you're short, you know, you can take profits out along the way, right? Like I, took profit out when we got here. Took profit out when we got here. Actually, I did add to my short a little bit, guys, when I saw that we were coming below the 54K and retesting it. Even though I was still long, I still added to my short. Let me show you in the Discord. Right here. Right here. I said, where did I say that? Oh, I said it down here. No, maybe I didn't say it. Huh. I could have sworn I said that. Look, we got a perfect break below the support, and then a retest and a rejection, which is what we got. And when I saw that, I was like, this is a great time to add a little bit, because you come down below support, you come up and reject the second time. That's how you know it's go time. And here's the thing. I was shorting from up here, and I longed this, right? I shorted from here. I longed this, stayed in this short, longed this, and it came down, and I longed this, and I got stopped out. I longed this, and I got stopped out. Then I longed down there from my current long, and I'm still in it. So it's like you're not going to always win every long. You're going to end up with a small loss when you get stopped out of it. But overall, you can win more than you lose, and it can be profitable. It can be profitable. Profitable? Is that a word? Profitable? Profitable. 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 It comes right off the lips. CryptoFace ate a burger. Oh, I want to read this. Who said that about CryptoFace eating a burger? Can you type that back in again? The Market Cipher coupon doesn't work? Maybe I got to reach out to CryptoFace about that. I want to read the story about CryptoFace eating a burger. What? CryptoFace took a $250,000 loss tonight? I thought he was shorting. I didn't see his video. Shout out to Memory Man. Bitcoin will outlive humanity. At the rate we're going, that's absolutely true. At the rate we are going. Action camera once longed and shorted at the same time but lost both. Maybe need to wait more. Well, here's what you have to do. Here's what you have to do. You have to make sure that you're doing it from the right levels. You can't just long and short at the same time, right? Like you do one first, and the reason you're doing that one is because you see that we're clearly coming down or coming up. And then when you see we're getting a retracement, the retracement is where you want to go the opposite direction. The retracement is where you want to go in the opposite direction. Now we can see now that the Bitcoin is pumping massively. We have never seen such intense upward price action as we are witnessing right now on this 4-hour candlestick, this 3-day candlestick. I'm sorry, guys. This 3-day candlestick with this massive wick, an extremely bullish candlestick, usually marking the... Well, I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to wax poetic on us, but let's go back here. We've got 2 4-hour candlesticks really starting to look a little bit bullish now on Bitcoin. Keep in mind, though, guys, keep in mind, and this is something serious to keep in mind, that we are still in a downtrend, right? We got the lower low, the lower high, the lower low. We could come all the way back up here and still be in a downtrend. Just throwing it out there. But what I would be looking for is this. Watch what happens when we come up to this 51.6 level. You know what, guys? I don't even... This 51.6 level, why is it a level again? Has this been respected historically? It has been respected historically, but we didn't get any kind of reaction off of this level right now, which makes me a little wary of it. It makes me a little wary of this level. We came right through it. Let me go down to a lower time frame and see if that level was respected. Yes, it was respected. Okay, look. Okay, so this level was respected, right? We got the 1, 2, 3 touches before we broke through. I would watch to see what happens as we come up to this 51.6 level. And, you know, if you see that we come up and we come up above it and then we come back down and then we come up a little bit lower and get a rejection, you know, that's a sign that we're coming back down, especially if Market Cipher on these lower time frames is showing us that we keep printing, you know, lower waves. It looks like we're about to print the red wave here. And then if we come and print another red wave and we see the downward direction, that could be a great place to get in on a short. Because honestly, I think that we're coming down more. That's just me. I think that these higher time frames are showing us massive downward. But just keep your eye on it. Keep your eye on it. The good news, because of this massive pump, is that my long is up almost 40% now. Wow. My short, 50. It was up almost 700% just a second ago. Okay. ETH breakout. Is there a discount for the trading course? Says Ines Malik. Yes, absolutely. There's a 10% discount. Let me drop it in the chat here. Let me drop it in the chat. Oh man. Oh man. Where is it? Aha. Aha. Haha. Okay. 51.6 was the Fibo golden pocket. Interesting. I didn't have that as a golden pocket, but I'm glad to know that it is a golden pocket. Yeah, sure thing. Inez, is it Inez? What leverage am I using for that trade? Which trade? The short? The short is actually a little bit higher than normal. The long is, I think, 10x. Andrew, the course is $300, but you can get a 10% discount with the code. Bang, bang. Gab Rodriguez, at what level should we buy Bitcoin to hold long term? Yeah, I mean, buy the dip, but here's the thing. Honestly, if I was not in crypto at all right now, I would wait until Bitcoin was like dirt cheap, man. I would wait until the end of this whole bull market after all the dust is settled. Shout out to Rich, who says the course is worth it. Taking it right now. Shout out to you, Rich. Mark Stevens says, should I sell my 2 Bitcoin? Well, Mark Stevens, that depends on a lot of things. How long have you had your Bitcoin? What are your goals for holding Bitcoin? Do you want to have Bitcoin? Or do you want to have dollars? You know what I'm saying? Or if you're in Canada, do you want to have Canadian dollars? Or if you're in Japan, do you want to have yen, right? Or if you're in Iraq, do you want to have dinar? Or if you're in Israel, do you want to have shekels? Like, you know what I'm saying? What are your goals, man? Do you want... Why did you get into Bitcoin in the first place? I mean, these are complicated issues, Mark Stevens. It's not a one-size-fits-all. This is not a baseball cap, okay? Crypto is not a baseball cap, guys. The course, Brian Miller, is $300, but it can be cheaper with this coupon code. And somebody says ill dollars soon to collapse. Yeah, it's going to be good when we're counting Bitcoin in Bitcoin, says Memory Man. Yeah. Augustin Schmidt says, Jason, I'm scared. Could you please make the fear go away? Sure thing. I'll make the fear go away very simply. Okay. That's the wrong screen. Okay. Hang on. Let me find the right screen here. What am I doing? Where's my... Okay, here we go. I thought I lost my pants there for a second. Okay, guys. The fear can go away easily because regardless of what happens with the price, we're traders. We can make money in a bear market. We can make money in a sideways market. A bear market is the opposite of a bull market. We just short instead of long. Instead of waiting for the huge breakouts, we wait for the huge breakdowns. And we just use Market Cipher in the opposite way. It's not a big deal. Remember, trading is not about being in a bull market. Trading is about learning a skill that you can use, that you can take with you, that you can give to your children, to your children's children, to your children's children's children, to your children's 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 children. Okay? Okay? And it's not something that just lasts for a bull market, right? Just because Bitcoin is $60,000 doesn't affect our ability to trade, right? Back in crypto winter, deep in the heart of 2019, where things were going poorly, we could have still used Market Cipher to trade, right? And very simply, green dot on the 2-day time frame, money flow in the green, go long, nice 130%, right? Money flow cross into the red, 2-day time frame, Market Cipher. Remember, this is in the middle of the bear/crypto winter, a nice 23% right there. Right, we get a green trigger wave on the 2-day in the middle of crypto winter, guys. And what do we get? We get a nice 30%, right? Get another little red trigger wave here. Market Cipher B, the 2-day time frame. Just trading on the 2-day, right? What do we get? We get a nice 29%. We get an anchor wave. We get a trigger wave on the 2-day time frame. And we get another trigger wave right here. We go long. What do we get? We get another 45%, guys. 45%. We get a money flow cross from the green into the red on the 2-day time frame. We could go short. What do we get? A massive 67%. 67%, all because of the dump that happened when a certain alcoholic beverage that they drink in Mexico, I think, cerveza, if you guys know what I'm talking about, right? There was a cerveza bug that was going around, and it caused everything to crash. A historical event where a beer can actually cause economies to stop working. Unheard of until that massive dump there. And here's the thing, because we are traders and we can trade during any kind of market conditions, even in the lowest volatility conditions right here. Look, we get a green trigger wave on Market Cipher B, and this is like in flat price action, and we get this nice 15% in 2 weeks. Just hold that swing trade. You see the money flow cross from the red into the green on the 2-day time frame. You get a massive move to the upside. And in hindsight, guys, this is flat price action. Like, compared to what we have now, this is just flat old price action, not doing anything. We could still make money here. So don't be scared, y'all. Don't be scared. Okay? Ain't time to be scared, y'all. Okay, people are pleading for ETH. Thank you, Memory Man. Yeah, Crown Beers. All right, let's look at ETH. What's going on with ETH? Wait a second. What is going on with ETH, guys? Because honestly, I don't see anything too crazy going on with ETH right now. I see that we are rejecting off the fib level. So yeah, we pumped. We pumped a little bit, and we rejected off the 21 EMA and that fib level. Now, let's take a look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour is actually looking pretty bullish right now because that VWAP has crossed over. It was curving down, now it's curving up. Okay, that's looking like a good sign. If this truly is a higher low, then let's see if we can put in a higher high. And if we can put in a higher high, or if we can reclaim this resistance as support, put in a higher high, then, perhaps we will see some upward movement there. Perhaps we will see some upward movement. But I would just be careful here, because we're rejecting off a double resistance, which is this fib level here. Remember, this fib level was never fully retested. When we came under, we never fully came up to retest it, right? We just dropped right through. And so this could just be the retest. We'll have to wait and see. On the 4 hour, remember, we're rejecting off of the 21 EMA and this fib level, which is just be careful. Just be careful with it, because that's some intense resistance there. That's some intense resistance. I would wait and see what happens here, okay? Because if we're really rejecting off of here, we're gonna come down lower. But if we gain the momentum and we come back up, then we're off to the horse races again. Off to the horse races. It's so interesting that I would like to see what happens if Bitcoin prints a big globe down here. Ethereum, yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's take a look at Polkadot. Nice. Let's take a look at Chainlink. Nice. Everything looks the same, right? Ethereum Classic doesn't look the same at all. In fact, how is Ethereum Classic doing? Because I actually entered into an Ethereum Classic trade and got stopped out of it. But it looks like it's doing pretty dang good right now. Oh, this is the Bitcoin pair. That's why. This is not Ethereum Classic. This is Ethereum Bitcoin. Guys, I'm tired. If you can't tell, I'm tired. Whew. Binance coin had a major dump. Crazy. Cardano. Yeah, how did this long look? How does this long look, guys, with Cardano? How do you think it looks? How does this long look? Does it look good? Let me come back into the chat. I don't know anything about Shiba Coin, Meeker's Adventures. I'm sorry. Yeah, Skyming for Ulfsket. I agree with you, man. I totally do. I agree with you. Scott, yeah, I do. I think that joining the VIP level 1 Patreon is a good place to learn, because I post a lot of TA updates, and every week I do a thorough TA video where I show you what I'm thinking and how I do my TA. So it could totally help you. But you know, it is an investment. So if you're not ready to do that, then don't. Shout out to Alex Smith. God bless you, brother. I'm sorry, Sky. I can't say your name right. It is a tough one, man. Skimning Foral Set. I'm sorry, bro. I do not mean to offend you. Shout out to Lorenzo Keeman DJ, who just signed up for the course. Yeah, I do need to get to bed, guys. I'm gonna have a horrible day tomorrow. I'm gonna have a horrible day. I'm supposed to have a powerlifting session tomorrow morning. Squats, deadlifts, bench presses, overhead presses. How am I gonna do that on no sleep? How am I gonna do that on no sleep? I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Okay, not bad. Not bad. These trades are not bad. I'm gonna have to make sure I have my take profits, stop losses, everything set up before I go to sleep on those trades. Mr. G, shout out to Mr. G in the chat talking to Brian Miller. Desiree, go to jasoncaspertrading.com. It's in the description of this video, and you can use this code here to get 10% off. Alright, guys, I'm gonna head out. John's channel. Have I ever thought about having a different channel to talk about the Bible? If enough people want me to do that, I will actually do that. In fact, I'll have my friend Rabbi Eduardo come on. We could do it together, and I'll have my other friend Pastor Dave come on. We can all talk about the Bible. Two men in my life who I highly respect, but only if people want that. That's the thing. Jeremy wants to know, why don't I show the total contracts I'm using for my trades? The reason is because it's totally irrelevant. It doesn't matter the amount of contracts that I'm trading with. All that matters is the percentages, and this channel is for educational purposes only, and I don't want people to see, you know. Here's the thing: if you're new to trading, if you're a young kid trying to get into trading and you only have $1,000, why there's no way you're going to be able to make as much money as I do, or as somebody who has more capital, or as CryptoFace does. The only reason for me to show those things is to show how much money I'm actually making and trading with, and it's irrelevant, because all that matters is the percentages. My leverage right now, Felicia, the leverage I'm using right now for my short is higher leverage for the short. It's 15x, give or take. I forget the exact amount. And then for the long is 10x. It's 10x. But I'm using leverage with good risk management, guys. Even though I'm leveraging my capital, I'm not risking more money than is good for me, good for my trading account. I don't risk more than 5% of my trading account. You're right, Jeremy. percentages do change based on leverage, but I do talk about my entries, and you can calculate my you can see the leverage based on the percentages from my entries. Like, you know, if I shorted from 59,000 and I'm up 500%, you can take your tool and where is my tool? And just do this, you know, go from 59 to where we're at, and you know, do the multiplication. But anyway, and honestly, guys, I've been experimenting with higher leverage lately. I've been experimenting with higher leverage using less capital, higher leverage. For a number of reasons, I've been doing that. But Richard, oh my goodness. All right, guys. May you all be blessed in the name of Jesus the Messiah, the name of Yeshua the Messiah, and receive this blessing in the Hebrew language. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel, which in English means, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May he cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. And may he lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. In the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel. And today is Rosh Chodesh. It is a new moon. And yeah, a new beginning. New beginning. Times of refreshment from the Lord. From Yeshua. And I do pray that all of you are blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Potentially, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I might be too tired. All right, peace.